all. As you know, I'm Priya and I'm having a 10 year of experience in ECM like Enterprise Content Management in developing application in IBM Datacap. I work for different projects like Dubai project, that is Dubai Islamic Bank, for Indian projects also, and in various departments. Like I have in depth knowledge with developing application and as you said, administration and all. So installation and administration also I have worked into it. So basically, may I ask some question with you, Aniket?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And I also would like to add one more point.
yeah,
Even though I does the administration and all, no, I don't have any idea about like coding. Like I have not done also.
yeah. Okay, no issue. Basically, administration doesn't need any coding.
Yeah. But still, like some of them ask for like some scripting and like all those things. No.
Yeah, that is a customization which we need to do in a basically navigator, or we are making a new desktop in DataCap application. At that time, we need to do some customization. And for writing a code, there is some custom codes we have to write it to implement into our project as per the requirement of the client. So that is the thing we need to do a coding in DataCap.
Yes, yes, like
Rest everything is out of the box only. We are getting from the ECM tool, that is IBM Datacap only. Yeah. So basically, just want to know with you, you are supporting, you are doing a work in support project, right?
yes. Like previously, I was working in the project itself. Now it has gone live, and like now I am like in kind of support and maintenance of that.
Okay, okay. So you have done any development in DataCap?
I have done like little bit of development, but that was like already a database expert has created whatever things is needed. So I was just looking into it and was trying to make a copy of whatever the application it is there so that I can use it for the upcoming applications. But
Ah,
to be
exactly.
frank,
But
I don't know like how it is like and what are all the things.
okay, I understood. Means you want a brief description of about the how it what is data cap and how it is starting and what is the services, task, DCO we are using, how to capture the documents and everything, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, Aniket. So I'll basically I just want to tell you, you know what is data cap?
Yeah,
It's
I know what is
just
data.
yeah.
Yes.
Can you please brief me?
Datacap is nothing but a scanning application in which we can scan any kind of document and Datacap can identify the pages and make use of an OCR and can then store into anywhere. Like it can be a repository or into FileNet or into cloud, wherever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So I'll go through with this presentation.
Mhm.
Hope you will know the basics of the data cap and
Okay, sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a professional experience in data cap. Okay, so I have
Mhm.
worked in different modules of data cap even. So data cap is basically a vision to enterprise the capture, how to capture the things. Like if we are doing scanning, like for from a scanner, there are different sources, right? From
Yes.
scanner, from fax, from email, from archive images, whatever the things are there. We are just taking these things from we are taking a project and we are just scanning those things and we are doing in taskmaster, you know what it is.
Yes,
It is,
yes.
yeah, taskmaster is basically a thing where you can develop the application, right? That is the data cap studio, you can say. So
Yes.
so in this we capture those documents at every entry point. These are the entry points. From there we are capturing the documents, or you can say these are the input modes also. These are the input modes from where we are getting the documents, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah, and at that time what we are doing, we are orchestrating the data and we are fetching those important information from the complex capture solution, right? For
Yes.
example, we have a document of Aadhaar passport,
Mm.
right? So in passport, what we are doing, we need to fetch passport number, expiry date, right? Issue date, name,
Yes.
address, Like this type of documents we want, like this type of fields we want to fetch, right? So for that, these are the complex capture solution. In this you can see in passport, the issue date and the expiry date written in a different format of date format, that is YYY, something like that. So these complex capture solution we can simplify it and make the things in a proper managed way, and then we can keep these things in a different way, like in XML, in database, for a security purpose in a filenet. We can export all these data, right? So
Yeah.
these are the data cap, like basic what it is doing and how it is working, right? So there is a runtime DCO. What is this runtime DCO is? Runtime DCO contains some of the like hierarchy, if you can see. First
Yes.
is batch,
Hmm.
second is document, third is page, and inside page there is different fields,
Fields,
right?
yes.
So
Hmm.
if you can, we'll see, if you can see, batch open, batch close,
Hmm.
document open, document closed. If you can see document 0 and document 1, right?
Yes, yes.
Both have open and close. Similarly of page also, page 0, page 1, right?
Yeah.
Both
Hmm.
have open and close. How does this flow, or how does this hierarchy works? This you need to understand it properly, that how it is working, and what action we have to apply in a field level, what action we need to apply in a page level, what you have to apply in a batch level, because everything doesn't supports in every hierarchy, right? There are
Yes,
some,
yes.
yeah, there are some of the basically most of the actions which we are using in DataCap, and those supported in different levels of the hierarchy in DataCap, right? So how does this work is, first what it happens is a batch is open, right? Once
Hmm.
the batch is open, it will comes into document 0. Document 0, it again opens. It will not close. It will just open and comes in page 0. Document 0 of page 0, right? In
Yes.
page 0, it will open, right? In
Hmm.
page 0, it will open, but it will not close. It will comes to field 0, and it
Yes.
will open and it will close. Then
Hmm.
field 1, it will open and close. Field 2, open and close. Once it is closed, then it will come to page 0 close, then it will come to page 1 open, and then page 1 close,
Yes.
then document 0 close, and then batch, batch close. This is the one flow I have explained you. The similarly happens in the second flow also, right? It doesn't mean that once the batch is open immediately the batch has to be closed. No,
Hmm.
the thing is, the once a hierarchy, the flow which we have created, first batch, then document, inside the document pages should be there, and inside the page you have to create a field, right? So these flows we have to maintain to understand the hierarchy of the actions, where we need to implement those actions in which hierarchy of the data cap. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Is this clear?
Yeah, this is clear.
Yeah.
Because actually we also like do like we have couple of we used to create couple of batches also by using separator.
Yeah, right. So by using separator also you can separate different types of pages. Like in a separator, what you can do, for example, there is a two pages, Aadhaar card and PAN card, right? In
Mm-hmm.
Aadhaar card, one page is front page and second page is back page. But
Yeah.
in PAN card, we have only one pages,
One
right?
page. Yes.
So how do data cap, how do you not, how do data cap understood that this is a Aadhaar card page or this is a PAN card page? Right. So for
Yes. Yes.
that purpose, what we need to do, we apply one separator in between
Separate.
Aadhaar card and PAN card to separate that this is one document and this is the other
Other
document.
document. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the role of a basically separator. Right. Basically, we have 7 elements which is used to capture the document. We'll see everything one by one, right?
Okay.
Yeah. First is image acquisition. First, I'll describe the all the 7 elements. What is there to for document capture? Then
Okay.
we'll describe in some brief, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is this image acquisition is there? Second is page identification. Third is image enhancement, document assembly, recognition, fingerprinting. Have you done fingerprinting in your project?
Yeah. For some application, like we have a couple of application, and for some of them we have enabled fingerprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So next is locating data. Next is validation. Then routing, verification, and export.
Hmm.
Right? These are the 7 elements to capture the document. Right? So we'll come into image acquisition. Image acquisition is basically, I explain you that the source point from where the document is coming. Maybe it will be coming from the scanner, right? Or maybe it
Yes.
will be come from the fax or image subsystem is maybe it will be come from any disk or hard disk or CD drive or from email also it may come. For example, I sent you one mail, right? And
Yeah.
from that mail you have to capture the important information of mine to hire me, right? For example, I am an employee of your company, right? So I have
Yes.
submitted some of my documents to you. So for that, what you will do if you are using the data cap, what you are doing is you are scanning the documents or you are doing a fax from the document, and whatever the important information of mine which you want in your company, you will fetch those information and will what you will do, you will store those documents into somewhere in a db or in a some proper place, right?
Yes.
So these are the source system, and this source system is called image acquisitions, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Now next is document identification. Once the document came, we need to check that which document it is. So there are different methods which we can check that document. Is this the document is Aadhaar card or PAN card or passport or etc. Right? So there are different ways. How we can check is there is a barcode. Obviously, most of the documents have barcode, right? In that
Yes.
barcode, we can fetch we can fetch the barcode. Then most of the information we can get from that barcode, right? There are some actions also out of the box which is there in DataCap for barcode BP, barcode read, and I'll show you, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So next is pattern matching. What is this pattern matching? Is like regular expression. Maybe you have used somewhere. For example, in Aadhaar card.
Hmm.
Aadhaar card is basically a 16-digit number, right?
Yes.
So what happened is a combination of 4 digit 444, right?
Hmm.
Is a combination of four digits. So what we are doing, we are making a regular expression of all those things. So regular expression, I'll show you how to make the regular expression in further slides, right? So these are the pattern matching. OCR is optical character recognition, which we are doing in DataCap. Like
Mhm.
for the machine printing, it is OCR. For fingerprint,
Handwriting.
yeah, for handwriting, it is OMR. Okay.
ICR, no?
ICR for handwritten, it is right. Handwritten is ICR, but handwritten and even scanned, then
Uh-huh.
we are using OMR. Like,
Okay, okay.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. For the position also, like in which position it is there, right? Like my name is there. So my name is there, and in front of NAME, my name is there, Priya, right? So my name should be next to name, right?
Yes.
So that is the position we are fixing, that next to NAME, my name Priya should be there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Next is image enhancement. What is this? Can you show? Can you see the left image, which is very blur and it looks like clumsiness. There
Yes.
are
Yes.
lots of black images, and if you compare both the images, like left and right one, you can see the barcode also get cleared, The below part also, the blackish part which is there, that is also clear. The linings which are there in between, that too are clear. So the image enhancement, what it is doing is, it is enhancing the quality of the image to
Mm-hmm.
recognize that what we are trying to fetch from the document,
Okay.
right? So
Mm.
this is the property of image enhancement. Document assembly, like we can count the number of pages, how many pages is there, which type of page is there. For example, I'm scanning only one page, right? And this is a service request page, right? So we can set page type is equals to service form, right? So
Mm.
this is the page type which we are doing. Page count is there, how many number of pages are there, what is the value comparison. For one document to another document, we can compare the value of the document, like which document contains the clarity of the value, right? So these are the document assembly, all these comes into document assembly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In document recognition, what I have said is optical character recognition, OCR.
Mm.
What OCR is doing is machine printing characters, hand printing characters, and handwritten characters, right? Like OCR, OMR, ICR, right? So
Yes.
handwritten character is ICR, hand printed character is OMR, and machine printed character is OCR,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Mm.
Yeah. Now in OCR also, if you have Arabic Arabic document to capture. For example, I have worked in a Dubai project where
Mm.
the documents are written, some of the letters are written in Arabic, and
Yes.
the customer wants to fetch those Arabic matlab words.
Mm-hmm.
So in that scenario, there is a situation where I have used OCRA.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was a problem. Like we initially enabled OCRA and like we had an issue when we file into the final. While enabling content search,
Hmm.
the searching had an issue. So like later on we disabled OCR engine A and we are using S.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, it will face problem, but we can matlab, justify the customers like client ki these are the problems we are facing it, but
Mhm.
as per the part of data cap it can fetch,
Okay,
right?
okay. Hmm.
Yeah, because that is why the option is given, right? OCRA, that is for Arabic one, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like for all the languages we do have, like only for Arabic and English, or like there are other languages also which support OCR.
No, that is for only Arabic and English only.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. OMR recognition is basically for choosing on option. For example, if you are giving an option of gender to male, female, and other, there are three options.
Yes.
You may be
Mhm.
either male or female or other. You
Yes.
cannot be all at a time, right? So this is the part where you can choose radio button, which you can say.
Yeah.
At that time, you can use OMR recognition,
Mm-hmm.
right? Database lookup. While we are looking up the database, we need lookup functions in
Yes.
DataCap, right? There is a database table is there from a single entity. For example, in service request form, there is a service number, right?
Mm. Mm.
From the service number which is already stored in database, we can fetch those documents which are contained with that particular service number, right?
I do have one doubt. Like, can we have like predefined lookups in DataCap itself? Like, can we make
Yeah,
lookups in DataCap itself?
yeah, we have out of the box data cap lookup.
Oh, okay, okay. Like, it is always, it is not like always we need to pull the service from DataCap, or like we can have, no?
Yeah. We have that lookup database, and meanwhile, you just have to write the query. That
Okay,
what
okay.
is the query you want to fire in every call,
Mm-hmm.
right? For that time, you can have to write a query accordingly, runtime query, which will work,
Okay, okay.
right? Yeah. Now next is fingerprinting, which I have already shown you the differences. Like if you can see left and right one, both are different, right? And it is much clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Locating data. What does this mean? Do you understand? Like, any idea?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Do you have any idea of locating data?
Locating data is with the help of fingerprints only, no?
No,
No, I don't have that.
no. Actually, you have made a verification.
Yes,
There is,
yes.
yeah, there is a stage called verification. In verification panel, there is a option like already captured,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
and upside there is a option that what is captured.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and if there is a problem, like
Mm.
we are facing problem, then it will show in a red color or maybe in a yellow color, right? So in that scenario, they are asking like it is not 100% sure. Yeah. So for verification panel, there is a option of in locate the data already which is captured and what is needs to be captured. Like in a blue color, you can see 2755.44 needs to be captured, and what is
Okay.
captured, that is the same
Mm.
2755.44. That means this is only correct part. But once the data cap feels that this is the wrong or this may feel incorrect, so that will come in a red color. And what is that? It shows that please check once that this is captured, and what needs to be captured, please check from the image. Because what it happens is like I and 1 is same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes C and O look same. So data cap cannot give you 100, no tool, no, none
Yes,
of
yes,
the
yes.
tool can
Yes.
give you the 100% accuracy of
Mm-hmm.
the data capture. So data cap also doesn't give 100%. So for that purpose, they are intimating you that please check once before submitting to export.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this panel you can make in a verification panel to check whether this is a properly maintained, matlab the field which is captured is correct or not.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was talking about the regular expressions, right?
Mm.
So am I talking? I was talking about the regular expressions, right? Like
Yeah.
in a Aadhaar card, we have 16-digit number combination of 4444.
Mm.
So what you can make, like for example, in SSN number, this is the SSN number we have captured 01258 hyphen 6723, right?
Yes.
For the regular expression, I what I make is that is 0 to 9 is the number which we have created, and 3 is the, just check the regular expression I'm explaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
0 to 9 is the number whatever the number you can put here up to
Mm.
0 to 9, and it is of 3 digit, right? Now
Okay.
there is one uh, hyphen, right?
Oh.
That is 1, only one hyphen is there, so it is 1. Again 0 to 9, that is of 2 character, 2 digit,
Mm.
right? Again hyphen, only one hyphen. Now
Mm.
0 to 9 and 4 digit,
Mm-hmm.
right? So these are the, based on the regular expression, it will match into the entire form, that this regular expression matches which word, which digit, or which character in the form, right?
Mm.
And in based on that regular expression, they will fetch that number and matlab, can identify or can be captured in a data cap, right?
Yes.
Is this clear?
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah. So this also comes in locating data, where
Mhm.
the data is kept in a form we can choose in via regular expressions, right? Now there is comes validation. Everything needs to be validated, right, before
Yes,
sending
yes.
into export. So
Mm.
we need to check the digit, that properly digit is maintained or not. Maybe some of the times digit comes as a character, right?
Yeah.
Instead of 0 it will show C,
See. Mhm.
right?
You know, yeah.
Yeah. So we have to check the digits properly. So for that we need to put some validation. For example, in Aadhaar card, there is no digit. Aadhaar number should not be a, sorry, should not be a character, right?
Yes.
It should be only digit only.
Digits.
So at that time where you are 100% sure there at that time you can do validation that please check these Aadhaar number should only be a digit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now length also you can check, like a name should not be greater than 64 character, right? A name should be only of 64 character or 128 character, right? A name
Mm.
should not exceed more than that. So you can identify or you can do validation in the length also, right? In maths also, right? We can do calculation. Like for example, instead of plus a plus b, it will capture a divided by b. So there is some mathematical validations also we need to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Data type also we need to check, like which type
Yes.
of data it is. It is
Mm.
integer or character,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Or maybe it is a varchar, like for
Mm.
example, PAN card, passport number. Right?
Mm.
So this should be a combination of character and digit. So it should be defined particularly as a varchar, right? And database validation should be there. For example, we have validated here that Aadhaar card should be of 16 digit and only digit, right? But in database, there should be like it will come as a character. So we need to do some database validation also. That these digits should go in a proper manner. This should go in a proper field. Understood?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the database validation we need to do in the part of validation, right? Once the validation is done, we need to do verification also, right? So these are the verification part. Like now it is not in use because there are some advanced technology like studios came
Yes. Yes.
beforehand, right?
This,
Before,
this is which version of Datacap? This is 9 point.
sorry.
This is older version of Datacap, right? The
Yeah,
one which you are showing. Yeah.
yeah. This is the older version, not older version you can say, but that was a like for example, I have previously I was using a ball pen. Now I am getting a gel pen also. So that is the advanced version you can say.
Ah.
Right. So that is the way you can see in fast talk. Have you heard the name fast talk?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. In fastdoc also there is a verification panel and that panel is called doc edit. We can
Mm-hmm.
edit there. Like so whatever there is a mistake or whatever the key value which is extracted from the images or it is recognized, we can check once before submitting into export. So
Okay.
these are the
Mm.
verification things we need to do properly, right? Before submitting, right? Now what we need to do is export. Finally we need to do a export to, maybe we can export to a database or a transactional file also in a file base, like I have created this file and these are now for your use. So this is called export to transactional file. Or in a filenet also, content management, in that also you can export. You can even create XML of the export. So these are the things we get where we can use the export, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah. Routing, what is this routing? For example, there is a page identification, image enhancement, everything, fingerprinting, routing, everything I have done. In routing, it will either come in verification or it will directly go into export. This process is called routing. Understood?
Okay.
That
Mm-hmm.
is not compulsory that I need to do verification in every stage, every document. No. If the document has 100% of accuracy, then why I need to waste my time to do a verification again and then do an export, right? It requires
Yes.
a manual work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can reduce the manual work as much as we can, right? So for
Yeah.
that purpose, routing should be split into two ways. Either one which is not sure will go into a verification part, and once which is already sure will directly go into and do an export.
Export. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Now I'll tell you the basic things. Like these are the summary I can tell you. the basic concept of Datacap, what is the functions called, actions called, how it can be used, and when it can be used, right?
Yes.
So what is this rules? Rules what we are creating is are made up of reusable functions.
Yes.
Under rules we can make different functions,
Actions.
right?
Yes.
And under functions we can use different reusable actions. There are different actions which we can try to invoke in the single function, right? And we can make a different functions like 100 of functions in a single rule, but once the function action is getting false, it will not go into another function, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What is this actions? Always returns true or false. Maybe a action can be true, maybe a action can be false. Once it is true, it will return to next action. Once that will false, the entire function will, it will not go to next action. It will come out of that function and will check the next function, that will it work or not, right? For example, I am working in a function A. Okay, I am working as a rule 1,
Okay.
right? There is one rule, and inside that rule there are different function A, B, and C, for example, right? In A we have three actions, A1, A2, and A3, right? In B also we have B1 and B2. Okay, so
Okay.
in function A, A1 is an action which returns true. Fine. It will go to A2. It also returns true. Fine. Then it will go to A3. Once it will return false, na, it will not go to A4 again.
Yeah.
Right? It will directly comes out of this function A and will go to a function B, and now it will start from function B, action A B1, action B2. It will check one by one again, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you the entire project only mine, and will tell you how it is working, right?
Yeah.
Process an object until an action returns false. The same what I'm telling you. Function will process until the action returns false.
Okay.
Once the action will return false, it will get out of this function and will move to a next function,
Okay.
right? And rules is what? Finds a function that is completely true or function list is exhausted. Once it is completely true, then only that function will work, or else that function will not work at all. Right?
Okay.
For example, a function have 5 actions and the first 3 is okay and fourth one is false. Then the first 3 doesn't matter. Entire function will not only work.
Okay. Okay.
Understood? I'll
Yes.
show, yeah. Once I'll show you, no, then you will get to know about what it is going, how it is working, right?
Okay.
So this is from Kasha training, as you know. Yeah,
All right. Okay.
yeah. So I'll show you some what I can tell you. Some
But for like developing a custom panel and all, we do need to have some knowledge in development, right?
yeah.
In Datacap, like there is a default application in like some accounts application, something like that. Is there no
Sorry,
some accounts related application, something like that? Is there no in Datacap?
accounts application, no.
I don't exactly remember. Like I have read it somewhere or like anyway, like I don't remember exactly what does that. Like this is the basic use of Datacap. No, like is there any other complicated use which we can make use of Datacap, or like is there any another use apart from that, like just processing the document?
Yeah, just simplifying your daily or day-to-day life documents capture and storing the things. Only we can use a data cap. As of now, FileNet what we are using is also just for the sake of storing the
Document
document,
management. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, but we are storing FileNet. We are storing we are using data cap. We are using FileNet, right?
Yes.
So for that purpose, if you can see, like, so this is a very important tool, and we should simplify our day-to-day work experience, so we can use this tool, obviously.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Is it my screen visible?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a server which I have logged in, right?
Okay.
So there are different services. I'll start with the services basics. See, there are different services like Datacap Rule Runner services there, Datacap Taskmaster, and Windows services.
Mm-hmm.
What does this services mean? Rule Runner services is basically is using for making for threads.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. In that you can make a different threads of different tasks, like for vscan, for page id, for profiler, all these things we can make a different threads in as per the knowledge of the application, and
Mm.
based on those applications, rule runner thread is what it is doing, it will automatically pick the document and process those tasks accordingly, right?
Yes.
So this is the role of rule runner services. Taskmaster services is basically a studio. Datacap Studio is there, right? Where we
Mm-hmm.
are in making the application, where we are developing the applications and all. At that time, there is a Datacap Taskmaster services should be open. And what is this? Datacap Windows services to host any Datacap web services, right? We need to
Mm-hmm.
install Datacap Windows service, and you by using installation wizard, right? So at that time Datacap Windows should be running, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the services which we need to check before doing any, before opening any of the application of Datacap, that whether these services are running or not, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now second part is Datacap Server Manager, right? This is a Datacap Server Manager. You can see it is running now. If we come into a second tab, Datacap, you can see there are different types of authentication system is there, right?
Yes. Mm.
EMA, ADSI, LDAP, triple LDAP. Once I have done this, there are different authentication part template. We do not need to change any of the things. Instead, we have a very in-depth knowledge of this authentication part template, right? See,
Mm-hmm.
in a warning also it is said that change this setting only if you are sure what they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are currently using a TMA authentication system, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And queue by jobs. What is this? Jobs means every job should contain a task, right? If I
Mm.
have changed into task, then only which task we need to define, and everything we need to customize them. So for that we have just kept as a job, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now these are the by default things, right? Logging, right? The system seriousness or what is the criticality, it is there. Once it is highly critical only, then this server manager Datacap server should get down, right? Else,
Yes.
yeah, else this Datacap logs you can check, where we can check the log file, right? In this path only, this is the
Mm-hmm.
path where we can check the log files, TMS log files, like where is the error we are finding, which is the security reason we are getting indulged into it, right?
Okay.
all these
Mm-hmm.
things, all these things you can get into this log, right? Is this clear, Nikhil?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So like,
Huh.
carry on. Carry on.
Any question?
No, no. At the end, I will ask altogether.
No. You can ask.
Like number of threads and all. Like how many? Like, is there any limitation? Like we can have only this many number of threads and like that.
Sorry.
Like the number of threads and all. No.
Huh.
Like, is there any limitation for the number of threads we can
No.
have in?
No. Only for vScan one application should have one thread. Other than that, every task, right? Every task should contain more than one thread.
Okay, okay.
Like for page ID also you can make 1, 2, 3 number of threads, whatever you want. For profiler, for verification, for export, you can make number of threads whatever you want. Okay, but what you can do is, but for a vScan, one application should have one vScan thread, right? Because it cannot collect from, for example, one vScan will take document 110, right?
Yes.
The same different vScan will take the same. How do you know? That will not know, na? So for that purpose only, you have to make only one thread of vScan. Understand?
Okay, okay.
Hmm. And any other question?
No, no.
Okay. So shall I proceed?
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Datacap rule runner. I'll show you once. It is running now. We'll have to stop this. We'll log into this.
Why is it always said that we need to stop that?
Sorry?
Why is it always said that it is like we need to stop before connecting?
We need to stop before connecting, like it should not hang. For example, our application is running and in that process, rule runner is running, right? And at the same time, immediately if we connect and do some changes, it will not reflect, right?
Okay,
Or
okay.
maybe the task will hang or it will get aborted at the situation. So to remove all these unwanted, unnecessary situations, we need to stop first and then we need to log in and do the things, right? See, these are the rule runner which I have created for the service request upload. Right? If you can see, there is one vScan.
Okay.
Only one vScan. But if you can see different rule runner, there are different tasks. See, page ID, profiler, lookup, export, all these things happen in. You can also make the same rule runner 2 also same as this. But you cannot make the copy of vScan.
Okay.
Right? So these are the settings we need to do, like TM admin, TM engine. You know all the settings, like there are different database in Datacap. That is admin database, engine database, and fingerprint database, lookup database.
Okay.
Database, right? So we need to set all those databases. I'll show you that also, right?
Okay, okay.
So this is the rule runner part. Login, we'll disconnect. Okay. Now I'll show you. Datacap application manager. You
Yes.
know what is this application manager?
Here is like where we can see like which folder like it is scanning, like which all the configuration for.
Right. All the configuration, like which database should have to set which server, which IP address, where the batches folder are creating, where the log file is creating, where the requests are getting, all the setups which we are doing, like in in a kid, when you are kid, we are saying that CPU is the brain of the computer or heart of the computer, something like that, right? So in Datacap, application manager is something the heart or brain of the Datacap. In this, everything you can understood, like example, administration, right? Provider is IBM DB2, right? For the form template, I can tell you first. It is the basic one, that was the advanced one, right? First you learn the basic things. So administration is basically you are providing the admin database, the whole entire things, templates, right? If you can do a testing, test connections. See, okay, and we can change from here also. See, IBM DB2, SQL, Oracle, Jet, ACE. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So you can change from here also. So by default there is Jet, but we need to set this source. What is the source? So this is the application setting which we are making. I'll tell you further the how to set this administrative engine database, and where the batches folder are created. We have to set all these things, right? So for the lectures, I'll tell you what all things and how we are setting all these things, right? Okay, this is the lookup database and fingerprint database, what I told you. Admin, engine, lookup, fingerprint. Okay.
Okay.
So for the service request upload, there is a export database also, where we are exporting the data, right? So that is export database is also there. For the rule and a configuration, first we scan, page ID, profiler, lookup, and export is there, right? Custom values like lookup we have created.
Yes.
First lookup. So we can give the entire database, which database we have to point it, like what is the data source, what is the ID, password, everything we can share with we can do the connection of lookup first, right? Yeah. And service, like this is the service which we are currently running, right? Yeah. Now I can show you the basics where we are developing.
So like if in case if like this one like even if you are using the default lookup in the data gap, in that case also we need to specify the custom values.
No, not at all. If you are not using database, any database, we are just we are just setting the lookup database. That is only the basic one. We don't need to define the entire database schema or something like that. For example, yeah. For example, I'll show you. Yeah. So this is the admin ADA. Sorry. ADN is admin MDB file, right? Engine MDB file, fingerprint MDB file, and lookup MDB file. These are the basic 4 MDB files which we need to set for Microsoft.jet, right? What are using
Sorry,
a
like
provider as IBM
your voice was
or
breaking in between.
now I'm okay.
Yeah, it is fine now.
Yeah. For Microsoft.jet, we are using these MDB data, right?
Okay.
For if the provider is IBM DB2, we have to then check the data source. We have to create the data source. We have to set the data source, username, current schema, password, everything. What is the port we are pointing? Everything we need to set in a database, right? Now this is the studio where we are. This is the studio where we are developing an application, right?
Yes.
So this is a batch service request upload. This is a document service request form. This is a page, right? And these are the fields, right?
Yes.
Yeah. These are the action libraries, which are by default there in out of the box. There are so many actions, like I have told you, barcode C, right? Barcode BP. Once you will do, you will find some information. What does this do? What does this action provides you, right? What is the syntax of this? In which level it will, either the page or the field level, When you will apply this in a batch level or document level, it will definitely not work, right?
Yes.
Because the hierarchy which I told you, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the example in how it is using like get barcode BP and the string parameters,
Mm-hmm.
right? So these are the different like templates which we are using, different actions library which are given out of the box. Okay. So these are the things like for calling the web services, we have web services action is there, right? See,
Mm-hmm.
set the header, credential is there, get the values, get the file parameter is there, upload the document data, right?
Mm-hmm.
Upload the file. These are the actions which are given by default, right?
Yes.
Task profile is basically what I told you. Scanning is there under what for example you have made 100 of rules, but whatever you will create and whatever you will invoke here, that will only run, right?
Yes.
So in scanning we have already invoked rescan, update scan status, right? Page id, profiler, verification, export, right? Lookup, everything is there in this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can also zone like whatever I said you, the fingerprinting you can do here, the fingerprinting you can load the images and you can do the fingerprinting, right?
Okay.
You can even test your
Yes.
application is running properly or not. See the main job, you can
Mm-hmm.
right click and start the new, right? All these
Yes.
things you can start it. And the and here what you can do, for example if I can start, these are the things running. I don't know the images is there or no, document is there or just
Uh-huh.
demo, right? So
Okay.
in this panel, you can see the input file, and once you will do the next, then it will definitely, yeah, you need to select the task. See, executing rules. We are executing the rules. We can always apply the breakpoints also. Like
Mm-hmm.
see, once I did advance, it will come to page ID.
Okay.
Yeah, the page identification is done. Like it is a main page, service request upload. See, this is page is service request upload. Page is there. Now it will come to profiler, something like that. It will go on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep this here. And these are the rules which I have created.
Yes.
Yeah. Inside that rule, like for example, if I can show you, look up. Right. These are the rules. These are the functions. This is called rule set. Lookup connect is rule set. This is function, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are the rule sets.
Okay.
Sorry, actions,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
If this is true, this is true, this is false, then this entire function will not work. It will
Okay.
go to
Okay.
the next one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I want to explain you in the PPT, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I think I have given you the intro of the data cap things.